Ahem. Greetings, viewers. Sam of Sardonyx here, joined by Dr. Pester of Sardonyx, Glenn of Sardonyx, and Lund Shirk of Sardonyx.
Yeah!
We're going to fucking review the Spirit Halloween 2023.
Yay! Woo, yeah!
Cities if they were a party.
Okay, fuck off. Anyway, starting off, we have Emmeline, new animatronic. I'll choose who goes first because I am the best one. Glenn.
God damn it. See, I think Emmeline might be the thing I have the least to say about at the moment because, like, she looks cool. I will give her this. She looks really good. I like her a lot. I like the looks. I'm always a fan of kind of more elaborate sheet ghost designs, and she's kind of one of those. I'll have to see her movement. I know she, like, is horizontal dark, but I'll have to see it to kind of, judge that. But I like how I like how she. I just don't really have any further opinion on her as of right
Okay. Damon? I mean, fucking.
Emmeline cool, I didn't expect her to be a sheet ghost, but not a generic sheet ghost, but one that kind of has, like, that weird looking mouth. She looks like an analog horror monster. I need to see a video of the lunge. The lunge sounds very interesting. I wonder if it is, in fact, that pattern.
Lund Shirk? Question mark.
Look, the first thing I want to see it say is this bitch looks like she came straight out of Ghostbusters. And
Sure.
I think the potential here is pretty good. I think if the lunging motion isn't complete shit, then the prop will probably sell well. I might even get it.
Okay. My opinion. I fucking love this damn thing so much. Scary ghost women are about the one of my most hated prop types, but this thing is a good scary ghost women. I think that she looks rather creepy, and if it weren't for the fact that I do clowns, I'd probably have her on my wish list already. But I'm very hesitant. But I do want her. I'd say.
Alright, let's see here.
Moving on to this with this.
Desmodus.
I'm gonna go in backwards. I'm gonna go in backwards order. I hate this fucking thing so goddamn much. It looks so dumb. I hate him so much. Kill and eat Desmodus. Literally, like, this prop got hyped up so much, and then they delivered a sculpt that looks absolutely abhorrent. Awful paint, and like, bro jumps off like maybe a few inches into the air. Like, I don't even see the point at that point of making it jump vertically. I don't know. I don't like it. I don't like it one bit. Okay.
Okay. Desmodus is I don't know what the fuck to say about this thing. I don't think it's bad for the price point. The wingspan, like, is how they advertise the wingspan is pretty cool. It's a bit lackluster, I guess, as an actual scare prop, but, like, it's fine, I guess. Probably got a little overhyped, but it's passable as a prop.
Damon.
He's so silly. I love him so much. I love him so much for some reason beyond the rest. I'm a big guy for bat props, and when I first heard that it was going to be a 6-foot tall bat, I was guessing maybe he's a werebat, maybe he's like a giant mutant bat. But no, he's just a little guy on a tree branch, and he jumps off the tree branch, and his wings expand. The paint may not be the best part of him, but I feel like the jump definitely is. The wings going out as far as, though I do think that the control box being as exposed as it is, it's just like a big square tree trunk. That's very inconvenient, but I can live with that. He's cool.
Glenn.
He was not what I was expecting, definitely, to preface this. However, I am actually quite a fan of him. I like him as a background set piece. I think he would be very good for that. He isn't a showstopper by any means, and obviously he doesn't, look the absolute best out of anything. But for what he is, I think he's pretty great. He's one of those props that doesn't really seem to try to be any more than he really is. Like, I like props that also are like on objects, if that makes sense. Similar to Gordo. I enjoy that a lot. So overall, he's not the best thing ever, but I wouldn't go as far as to say he's the worst. He definitely, I think, works well for the niche that he's trying to go to.
Okay. Next is Hellspawn. This thing doesn't have a video yet, as far as I know.
It doesn't.
But, Glenn.
This thing is funny. That's it. I really don't have anything else to say. This thing's just funny looking.
Okay. Damon.
Yeah, he's not my personal. The little bit of a hot take, but I really do not find the original Mr. Dark that interesting, and I feel like somehow Hellspawn somehow dumbs that down more. I don't know how he does, but the color scheme is really just bland. It just doesn't feel... It's just too bold of a red. There's no variation or anything. And he's not even as tall as Mr. Dark. He's not even as tall as Mr. Dark. He's literally an inch shorter than Mr. Dark. Does that matter? No, but I'm gonna make a deal out of it anyways. The light in his mouth is if he breathed fire or something, I feel like that'd be pretty cool, but pretty implausible considering a giant fog hose. But yeah, I don't like him too much. He's pretty lame.
And Shirk.
Honestly, I don't know what else you expect from a Mr. Dark reskin. Kind of mid as fuck.
For me, this thing is ass cheeks. I think it is worse than Mr. Dark. At least we got to see Mr. Dark with a bat. I don't think we're going to see Hellspawn with a bat, which makes him infinitely less funny. And so, automatically shit, balls, and shit, fart. I don't fucking know. I hate that guy.
I think it's just such a funny follow-up to Mr. Dark, because as Damon had said, and if you don't mind me talking a little, as Damon had said, like, it's such a dumbed-down version of Mr. Dark's concept, and, like, don't get me wrong, I'm into the whole purely red demon look. Hell, I own and love Harbinger of Hell, but oh my god, this is just such a funny way to do it, and I can't take this thing seriously.
It's an eyesore. There's no dirt or anything. It's just big.
Just a big block of solid colors.
Moving on to Howling Spirit.
Howling Spirit.
I will start. I love him so... I thought he had servo arms. Apparently he doesn't, but I still think the arms look kind of silly. He's like 8 feet tall for $200. Does some cool stuff, lights up and crap. I think he's cool. I like that he leans. He has like a leaned over stance over the person. I don't know. I think he's pretty cool.
Howling Spirit. I mean, he's really, really fucking lacking cosmetically, without a doubt. And I really just can't get over that. Like, he's just not... He doesn't appeal to my personal taste all that well.
Well, I am kind of a fan of sheet ghosts. That might be contradicting my opinion when I said with that Emmeline. I don't know what I remember. I can't remember what I said with her. Anyways, Howling Spirit. I like him. I like the face, especially. A lot of people think he looks stupid, but honestly, the bowling pin face for a ghost looks really cool, and it honestly looks a lot better than that I've seen on sheet ghosts. It just generally looks a lot more classic and just. And again, the thing that Sam said, the hunched over look, is pretty mint. I like it. It's cool. It's honestly pretty, and I really want to see it in person because of how big he is. Glenn,
Glenn, you have to say.
Glenn?
Sorry. Yeah, I really like this thing. I'm also a huge fan of sheet ghosts. I love them. It's such a great genre, and I think this is a really good way to have done it. I personally think he is basically just a more interesting version of W. Wraith from a few years back, and I love W. Wraith as it is. And even though he's lacking cosmetically, it's a sheet ghost. So, like, I don't know. I don't really expect much more from a sheet ghost. And for what this one is, I think he does a really good job at it. Depending on how much he is in stores, I might try to see him for my graveyard, because I think he's just a fantastic ghost prop.
Alright, what's next?
Stupid doll thing. I'm gonna go ahead and voice my opinion on this. This fucking guy, woman, girl, creature. I don't know what it is. All I know is that it looked kind of cool and kind of terrifying, but then like the moment the in-store video came out, all of that kind of went away because not gonna lie, her cosmetics looked a lot worse, like up close. And I don't like that her lunge is barely a lunge. It's more like her entire torso just kind of falls a little bit. Like, I don't know if that's like a good description, but like if her torso just fell vertically, it doesn't even look like she really goes that much forward. And it's kind of slow, and the prop got overhyped to crap. I think that there's better doll props this year, even like Penny for literally $90 compared to that thing. But you know,
That's very true. Darling Dolly, I love this thing regardless of whatever the hell it does. I just can't, I can't get past the idea of this human doll hybrid abomination creature. I don't know. I love this thing to death. It was still overhyped, but I still thoroughly enjoy the prop for what it is. And, it has just enough of that cosmetic to motion balance that it can be sort of cosmetically lacking. Because if that's one thing Mr. Dark had going for it, is that it exchanged cosmetics for mobility. And Dolly hits, I think, a perfect sweet spot in between that.
I share a good margin of opinions with one shark here. I'm being serious, like dead serious when I say this. I've been sitting a long time. This is easily one of the scariest props that Spirit has produced, in my honest opinion. The proportions and everything, and especially the side view for her, she looks so disfigured and twisted, and I feel like it's a lot more enhanced with the lunge, because at that point she goes from 7 to 6, so she's in your face when she lunges down, and I feel like that's really effective considering, and again, like, the human hybrid and doll hybrid, it just works super well, and then it does dip down into that element of uncanny valley very well.
Yeah. This thing, despite the movement being a little, I guess, a teeny bit lackluster, although it'll probably be better in real life, honestly. I think once you see, I think it's one of those things where once you see it in person, it'll probably have a better effect. But I love this thing. This fucking prop is horrifying, dude. It is just, yeah, as Damon was saying, it is just like an absolute monstrous thing. I honestly think that she is like not a great doll prop per se, but a really great prop.
Right.
onward to Cauldroness.
Cauldroness.
I will go first. This is easily the most overhated thing at Spirit this year, besides maybe Stilts. Because, oh my god, the amount of shit I've seen this thing get in the few hours it's been out is like, it doesn't even have a video, mind you. It's just like people just don't like the face, which I can partially understand, although I don't really see the issue with it compared to other things at this year that have kind of lackluster faces. But like, from what I understand from her stock images and like her description, she has a fuck ton of movement. And also the fogging effect is probably one of the better uses of fog I've seen on a witch and in general, because like every time a witch is made, it's like they just put it in the cauldron and don't really do much else. But this one actually has some like cool fog use, and it has a lot of movement from what I can see on the prop. So I don't get the hate for it. I don't know.
I mean, in regards to Cauldroness, the thing is violently overhated. But I mean, I do not want to form serious thoughts on it until I see the video of it, honestly. Because, I don't know, like, the face is kind of it's icky in both a good and a bad way. And the rest of the clothes are kind of meh, but I mean, the range of motion this thing has from the description looks really interesting. Like, I just want to see what it does, how it looks first, before I really form anything on it.
Cauldroness, really cool prop. I enjoy her a lot. Again, what Sam said, a lot of movement. I enjoy that shit. And I think roughly about maybe 3 points of movement. Her arm hovers over the cauldron, and that really cool effect where she actually pours the potion into the cauldron. It may not be water. I would have preferred if it was water, but at that point I'm just stickling and asking for stuff that I know for a fact isn't really that well versed in. But you know, it's cool. I really feel like the only downside of her is her face, but even then, I don't find that much of an issue. It's honestly kind of creepy.
I don't have too much in depth to say about this thing. I just really fucking like this. I like witches. I like a good witch. One of my favorite props of all time is a witch playing Black Widow. I like the creative witches, and I would argue that this one is a very creative witch. At least she's a very creative take on a classical green witch, you know? She's very sickly in a way that I really like. Like, she's a hunched little creature, and I really like it. It's so sick. I cannot wait to see what she actually does. I'm very excited for that, personally.
Sam is fucking dead.
He died. So,
I mean, that green M&M.
if you fucked the hamburger helper, would that be a hand job, or... Like, I feel like that would either be considered a hand... It's kind of like if you fucked with Billy, like...
Shut the fuck up! Okay, where were we?
We were just... hold on.
okay.
We were just starting
Okay, let's actually
we were
collect
just
ourselves
starting
again.
on the Martian.
Yeah, we just finished,
We just got through Cauldroness.
yeah, Cauldroness.
Yeah.
To do
Okay.
the Martian.
Let's take a
I'll
moment.
give my opinion on Martian. Okay. All I have to say about Martian, because I don't know anything about this series, so I don't really have a dead set opinion. It looks cool, but the movement is so lackluster, and I thought that maybe if it moved, like... Because, like, I don't know, I have this weird stigma with, like, props that move their heads, where, like, if a prop moves its head, and compared to a prop that moves side to side, it's technically still the same amount of movement, but a side-to-side body turn just looks so much better. And I wish that it had that, so that it could mist, like, in multiple areas. But it literally just stands stationary and then mists in one area, and it's just like, ugh, I don't like it.
Martian.
I like the prop. Just to clarify, I just don't like the motion. That sounded dumb. Okay, you go.
Martian. God, why is this thing so shit? They should. Why did they fucking? They've completely fucked over the Mars Attacks IP with this absolute disgrace of a licensed prop. Like, There was so much here, and it looks good, but then they fucking cuck it with some stupid fucking mist feature, and then nothing but a turning head for $400 goddamn dollars. At that point, I would just buy a gun and shoot myself in the head.
Jeez.
Anyway, that's my thoughts on Martian.
Also, give me a second. I'll be right back for a second.
I guess go ahead.
Okay. Yeah, I'll go. Alright, I really like how this thing looks. That's where it ends. I have similar, although less critical feelings on Slim, where, yeah, it looks fantastic, but holy shit is the movement kind of lackluster. Except with Slim, even though it's limited, there's at least something to look at while the thing is activated. For this, no, you get one motor. Jesus Christ, guys. Like, yeah, as Sam said, it would have been nice if it was a body turn. Hell, even if he was just basically a reskin of Exterminator, that would have been better than he is now. It would have been more interesting. And yeah, there's no axe in his fucking soundtrack. It's not a soundtrack act, and I'm very, very angry about this. Yeah, I think that they should really just, like, Party Time, you guys are getting better with looks, but just, God damn it. Anyway,
I'll say this much before Damon gets back. Party Time made 3 license props this year. They pretty much made every fucking license prop this year. And they did really good on Slim. Like, really, really good on Slim, actually. Like, excellent. They did pretty good on Leatherface, and then they fucking had something going with Martian, and then, like, all they had to do was just give it side-to-side body turn.
yeah.
Yeah, and then they just, you know.
At least, at the very least, all 3 of them look really good.
Yeah, cosmetically they're comp.
Which I'm happy about that.
Okay, what's happening now?
The Marshal.
In your opinion, bitch.
Okay, yeah. I have been a huge follower of alien media for my entire life, practically. I'm a huge alien person, though I never really knew Mars Attacks. I figured out Mars Attacks through Spirit effectively the same way I figured out Trick or Treat through Spirit. And when I looked into it, I was like, wow, the Mars Attacks IP is really cool. I wonder what the prop is going to do. The video comes out, and it's just him turning his head and a crappy misting function. I don't know what happened in production that prompted this god-awful motion, but if it was anything like Exterminator, it would have been one of my top favorite props, like, easily out of anything. It's just so bad. It looks great, but the face is weird, and the movement does not fit at all. Because if you look at the cards, they're over here, like, brutalizing and goring people, and then you just have this guy who's just standing around, his gun is fogging, and he's looking side to side. That looks and it looks absolutely stupid. He would have been better as a static prop, and the price they're bargaining for it is not. No. I'd rather just burn my money at that point.
Yeah.
Now time for Thresher.
Alright.
I'll go first.
Okay, yeah.
Thresher is, I don't know about it. I don't know. Like, I don't have any solid thoughts on the thing, even though we've seen everything we can about it. It seems really fucking huge, but the thing is I wish it was like the SVI looming props, which I know is a really unpopular opinion, but if it were more like the SVI ones, I think I like it better. Or if it were what we all thought it was, which was a giant fucking actual Thresher, that would have been kind of cool, with a scarecrow driving it. But as it is right now, I don't know. It's just kind of okay, but it does look kind of cool.
I mean, Thresher is kind of the exact definition of a middle-of-the-road prop, despite being absolutely fucking colossal. He just kind of does nothing. He just kind of acts as a big archway with a speaker and 2 lights. Like, I don't know. I don't know what the hell his price is, but whatever they're charging for it, it probably is not worth it. Even though he is like 10 feet at the tallest.
I actually really enjoy Thresher. Again, when I heard the name Thresher, I really thought it was going to be a giant combine harvester with like a kid in a scarecrow costume driving it. I didn't know how it would work. However, when the photos came out, I was like, man, this thing's really cool. A little lacking, but it's still neat. And it's made by Fuyu Jing, and Fuyu is always really I love their props to death. They've made easily some of the best props in the past few years, including Deathstalker. That's a very unpopular opinion, but they've made some of the best props and are one of Spirit's greatest companies in their fleet, to be completely honest. And I don't know. This one's neat. Definitely not one I'd set my sights on at all, but it's still definitely neat. I enjoy it.
Did you make 2 scoops?
Yes.
Yep.
Okay.
They made 2 scoops, Krampus, Deathstalker, and I think
Caretaker.
Caretaker, that's it. Alright. Thresher made me so fucking angry, dude, because just that name alone sounds so fucking rad. I was so pumped to see what this thing did, and to find out it doesn't do shit. And it also just, oh my god, this thing is underwhelming. It just makes me sad, honestly, dude. It's just, I'm sad. Like, it looks neat. It looks cool. It looks really good. But, oh my god, even if it was just a static with good audio and cool lighting, I'd have been more than okay with that. But it's not! It's just a static with okay lighting and really mid-ass soundtrack. I don't know. I'm so pissed off. Basically, the name Thresher leads. The name Thresher is too cool for what this thing is. That's the point I'm making. Anyway,
All right. That's about everything. Thanks for fucking doing the thing, watching the video, whatever they say nowadays. I don't fucking know anymore.
Comment, and subscribe.
so which of the M&Ms do we think?
No.
Do you want to join my free gift card giveaway?
Do you want to join my?
Like the video, comment
No,
on
I'm trying to do it out.